Hello, my name is Victor Pastrana. Today's date is 2/8/2026. I'm actually doing this video a day early. Um, this video is for FTH202 week 5. Uh, we're going to be talking about the revolver that we've been working on throughout the course. Identifying particular interests when inspecting the health of the firearm. Talking about 10 different things, learning experience that I've learned throughout this course. Discussing what I feel is a unique feature that are found in double action revolvers platform. This video is 10 minutes long, or has to be less than 10 minutes long, so we're gonna just go ahead and jump right into this. First off, let me flip the camera. As you see, our firearm is disassembled. That way I can actually point the parts out. When inspecting the firearm, specific spots that you want to check is you want to check the forcing cone. You want to look at the entrance of the barrel, known as the forcing cone. This area takes the blunt for the highest pressure. You want to inspect it for cracking, flame cuts. If the cone fails, the gun will become a safety hazard due to metal fatigue. Next up would be the cylinder timing and lockup. That would be when the cylinder itself. That would be when the cylinder itself actually rotates into the lock that's right there. I just pushed down. When the hammer is cocked or the trigger is pulled, the cylinder stop must engage the cylinder notch to the exact moment of the chamber. If it slows down or the timing is late, the bullet can strike the edge of the forcing cone, shaving lead and sending fragment towards the shooter itself, meaning a backfire. Next, you want to check the crane and ejector rod. The crane would be this area that's right up in here that brings up the hand whenever the trigger is pulled. Yeah. It's kind of hard to do with one hand. And the ejector rod, which is on this side of the firearm. Things you want to check for there are bending or play. A bent ejector rod, often caused by Hollywooding the cylinder shut, will cause the action to bind. Smoothness here is vital when rapid reloading and consistent rotation. Now, Hollywooding is pretty much when you grab the firearm itself and do the whole, I guess whipping the cylinder back into place. And then the headspace and the cylinder gap, which is, we did that in the last video, which has to do with the checking the headspace to make sure that the rounds actually rotate through properly and don't get stuck, and then the cylinder gap itself to make sure that it actually lines up perfectly. Now into the video learning experience. One of the things that I found a little aggravating, so to speak, but then again, I've never worked with this type of firearm before, is the nuisance in the timing. Realizing that a fraction of a millimeter in a hand or prong can ruin the revolver's timing itself. It strengthens this by practicing hand fitting on various platforms. I mainly worked with semi-automatic firearms, so this was completely new to me. Spring rate and reliability, the feel of the metal itself, understanding when a file is cutting or grinding. I do have to continue practicing on that. uh, tolerance and stacking. Slightly out of spec crane impacts headspace. Strengthen this by using precision measuring tools on every project. The diagnostic mindset, learning to look for cause of a blur or just the blur itself. Chemical safety, realizing the importance of ventilation and skin protection with degreasers and blurring agents. Screwdriver integrity, making sure that you're not stripping any screws or anything along those lines whenever you're working on one of these firearms. Um, the complexity of the dual action to single action transfer, and customer communication, articulating why a repair is needed, and patience, definitely patience. Last but not least, the evolution of the double action platform, unique features and development, the double action mechanism, ultimate performance. Why does it perform this way? Does it provide a balance of simplicity and reliability? Unlike a semi-automatic, a revolver isn't dependent on a magazine spring jamming up or anything along those lines, or ammunition cycling energy. For the dual action mechanism, the dual action mechanism allows for the shooter to cock the hammer and fire with a single long press or of the trigger. This evolved from the need of immediate point and shoot capability in defense situations. And then unique features. The most unique feature is the swing out cylinder. Historically, revolvers were top break. Top break means you actually have to break it down. The development of the solid frame swing out cylinder allowed for a much stronger firearm capable of handling high pressure while providing a much faster extraction and spent casing via the ejector rod. In conclusion, I did gain a lot. I mean, a lot of experience from messing with this revolver. Again, I've never handled a revolver a day in my life until this course, and this is something that I definitely needed to learn in the road to becoming a gunsmith, because rifles I've always worked with, semi-automatic pistols I've always worked with, revolvers never touched. So this was a really, really good learning experience. And I believe that concludes everything that this assignment asked for. Once again, my name is Victor Pastrana. Today's date is 2/8/2026. I'm actually doing this video early because I have a funeral this week. So once again, thank you very much, and have a great day.